Hi, welcome to Rock Your Best Vocals with Jim Chandler. So the number one tip for rock singing, or any other singing for that matter, is breath support. Now every good vocal coach will tell you that you need good diaphragmatical support. Now that starts with breath, and breath starts with air. Okay, so you need to make sure that you have enough air in your lungs. So your lungs are like a balloon. This balloon, a rock balloon with a pirate on it. And to demonstrate the fact that you need more air to provide more rock and more power, and the less air you provide, the less you're going to be rocking out and the less power you'll have. So just to demonstrate that, these are your lungs. If you have a good bunch of air in your lungs, your vocal cords will sound like this when you go to sing. You get a lot of power and a lot of rock. And if you have only a little bit of air, let me let the air out, and you go to try and sing with this small bit of air in your lungs, this is what you sound like. That's what you sound like. The other thing is, if you have that amount of air, you're not going to have any power. Okay? So you can't sing with a half a breath of air or a portion of a breath of air. It's just no good. It's like that. It's like a small balloon. The other key to this is to restrict your air, like this, when you pull. I'm restricting the air coming out. If you let too much air out, it's going to sound like this. Okay. So that's not good. So in order to ensure that you have more power and you can deliver more rock, you need to have full lungs of air. And you need to restrict the airflow. By restricting the airflow, what I mean by that is when you go to take your big deep breath of air and try to do this between phrases of a song. She's got eyes of the bluest skies as if they were a brain. I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. So if you're holding back the air, instead of, I hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Okay, so there's a lot of air. You can see the difference between the two. The first, I'm restricting the air. The second one, I'm letting a lot of air out. Now, the second version, when I let a lot of air out, also does damage to the vocals because there's a lot of air slamming the vocals back and forth. Sound to air ratio is key in any type of singing, but particularly rock singing, because you're going to have to really belt out a lot of notes and use a lot of compression. Rock vocalists use a lot of compression when they sing, so you have to have a lot of air in your lungs and not let a lot out. That's what I mean by the compression, okay? Another tip that I like to use is hold your breath as if you're going underwater. Like when you're jumping underwater, just picture yourself jumping underwater. And that's how you hold your glottis, your throat, okay? So, and you'll feel like some pressure kind of building up in your chest. There's pressure building up in my chest like this, but that means that there's a lot of power. She's got eyes of the bluest skies as if they were rain. I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. So it's like, so try that now. Try it yourself. Hold your breath like you're going underwater. Take a nice deep breath and try to sing out the phrase. So if you take another phrase like, living easy. arms held out in the Jesus Christ pose. And you swear to me in the Jesus Christ pose. Arms held out like you've been carrying a load. Okay, so I'm holding the air in, trying not to let out a lot of air, and I'm using a little bit of distortion, a little bit of rasp. I'll get into that later. I can't do that all in this video, but I'm going to get into that later. But I'm using compression, and that's because I have enough air in my lungs. So, try that yourself, just as a demonstration. Make sure between phrases you take as big a deeper breath as air as you can. Keeping in mind the rock balloon. This is your balloon, your lungs. Make sure they're always full of air. In between phrases, take another breath. Make sure you always have enough air inside your lungs so you have enough power to deliver that full phrase. And don't let so much of the air out. Hold it back as much as possible, and you will have big improvements in your vocals. So that's it for today. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe, and the notification bell. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, because that way you'll know when I come out with another video. But I'm going to try to come out with these every week. I have tons and tons of tips that I've learned over my 30 plus years of singing professionally, and I want to share those with you. So please hit like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get more rock tips, okay? Until then, rock your best vocals.